Hello, my darlings. It's ALB in Whisperland here. Welcome to another unique vintage haul-esque video where I talk about my latest acquisitions from one of my favorite stores, both in person and online, Unique Vintage. I'm a big fan of all of their products. I own quite a number of their pieces now, so I just love talking about them, and I really love talking about vintage clothing. So it's the perfect combination for me, and it makes me so happy to know and see that so many of you share this love of mine, and that you like talking about it and listening to me talk about it. It's really wonderful. Something I wanted to touch on a little bit in this video is some of my thoughts and feelings about vintage clothing versus vintage reproduction clothing. And I came across this thought recently because I was going to an event and I had this vintage dress that's really beautiful. It's from the 40s. I had found it at a consignment store in downtown Toronto, and it was one of those things where I saw it and I was in love. I was totally in love with it. And I had worn it only one other time, and then I had hand washed it and hung it to dry, as I do with any of my very, very delicate clothing, because you have to be careful with it. And even though I had been so careful and hand washed it, when I took it out of the closet, I realized there were a couple frays and a couple things that needed to be repaired, some damage. I wasn't upset about this. This is the nature of true vintage clothing. Clothing that is that old doesn't always hold up under wear and tear of just wearing a garment. And even though I'm so gentle with my things, that's just the nature of it. So I wasn't upset. But it got me thinking a lot about how if you're someone who wants to incorporate vintage style of any era into your regular daily routine, vintage reproduction clothing is almost ideal. And there's a couple of reasons for this. The first being what I just mentioned. When you wash vintage reproduction clothing, you can wash it like the rest of your clothes. You can put it in the washing machine on delicate, or even depending on what the item is, just a standard wash. Some of them you can even put in the dryer. I usually hang dry those types of clothing pieces because I just get a little nervous about them, but usually you can put them in the dryer too. So ease of wear is one of the benefits of vintage reproduction clothing. Another is sizing. The thing about real vintage clothing, when you find it online or see it in a shop, they don't always have your size. It's usually just one piece, and if it doesn't fit, you're out of luck. Whereas with vintage reproduction clothing, usually, depending on the size catering that the store you're looking at has, they usually might have a size that is more in your range. So there's selection, and it's not limited to one piece. The third reason why I love vintage reproduction clothing is that it is made to fit the undergarments that we currently wear typically. Whereas true vintage clothing was fitted and made to fit with the undergarments that people were wearing at that time. And if you don't know, undergarment fashion and style and shape has changed so much in the last, we're talking about 100 years, right? When we're talking people like 20s style at this point, that's almost 100 years ago. So undergarments have changed so much, just like fashion has. So vintage reproduction clothing generally is made to fit with the kind of undergarments that you can commonly purchase these days. So that's my thoughts about vintage reproduction. I know some people feel very strongly that, only true vintage clothing is the way to go. I love vintage and I love vintage reproduction. And for me, the latter tends to be more available in my size, affordable, better fitting for me, and I like having this selection. But it is very special when you have one unique vintage piece, so I get it. I say, why not both? Anyway, in this video, we're going to be actually looking at some of the new pieces that I have from Unique Vintage, and I'm so excited to share them with you. I've been very good. I haven't worn any of the pieces, even though I very, very much wanted to. They are so cute, and I think you're really going to like them. Okay, so this first piece is, I'll just show you. It's so colorful and so perfect for summer. I just know you're going to love it. So I've already taken this out of the plastic because in rewatching some of my past Unique Vintage videos, I find that the plastic they use for packaging, it doesn't give the best crinkles. So I've just gone ahead and taken the plastic off. So this particular skirt is by Dancing Days by Band. Band Clothing is a brand that Unique Vintage carries. Unique Vintage carries a whole bunch of different brands, including their own house brand. So this is a beautiful aqua teal color. As you can probably already tell, there is a beautiful print on it. And this print is mermaids. How amazing is this? There are mermaids with many different hair colors on this skirt, and they remind me of a little bit of a sassier version of the mermaids from Peter Pan. There's a mermaid with pink hair and a ponytail, purple hair with blue ombre, yellow with green ombre, and then we have this bright orange-haired mermaid right here. It's so nice and light, which is really nice for summer. So this skirt is not lined, and I will say, compared to some of my other Unique Vintage pieces, it's not as thick, which some of you might like a really stiff, thick cotton. This is not a bad quality. It's still high quality, but it's not quite as thick as some of the other pieces I have from them, which is nice for summer. Another amazing feature is the pockets. Let's find this first pocket. They're kind of hidden, which is nice too. There it is. It's a pocket right here, and it's pretty deep. It's enough to put your whole hand in. Anyone who wears dresses and skirts will agree the best ones are the ones with pockets. Anytime somebody else compliments your dress or skirt, the first thing off the bat you say, it has pockets. Because that's a mutually understood feeling of that's the best feature any dress or skirt can have. So I'm really pleased with this. I think the print is so cute. I'm already starting to think about what I'm going to wear it with. So at the back here, we have this hook and eye closure. And then there's also a zipper here. And yeah, it's an invisible zipper. see, is there a tag with the fabric? Usually there is. Let's see here. Ah, yes, here it is. Alright, so this skirt is 97% cotton, 3% elastane. Turn inside out and machine wash cold. Line dry. I love it. Easy washing for these types of clothes makes my life 150 times easier. I just don't always feel like hand washing things. I don't know about you, but that's not something I'm always itching to do. So it's so nice when you can just pop it in the wash, you know, treat it like the rest of your clothes very nicely, but it makes things easier. Oh, I love this skirt. It's so cute. Okay, let's go on to the next item. Just go grab that. Okay, so the next item that we have here are actually a pair of trousers. Now these are not the easiest thing to show you in this setting. So you're going to see these a little bit better later on when I try everything on. It'll be a little bit more clear to you what they actually look like and what the fit is. But I will do my absolute best to explain them to you as best as I can. So these are a pair of beautiful gray trousers or slacks. These are also by Band, which is, like I mentioned, a brand that Unique Vintage carries. These are very nice. The fabric is so beautiful. They also have pockets, and the waist is so nice on these. So instead of having a zipper in the middle, like jeans or any other pants usually have, they've placed the zipper in sort of a hidden way. It's not in the middle here. It's just at the side, and you actually have to open this button, and then you can see the zippers right here. So it's an invisible zipper, and it's kind of hidden behind this little clasp, which is also, or not clasp, button I should say, which is also on the opposing side on the pants. So it just looks like it's the style of the pants, and for all intents and purposes it is. So the pants are very fitted at the waist, but then they go down and they have a beautiful wide leg. And the bottom hem is this rolled cuff here. These look so smart on. They look very smart on. I guess that's really the best way I can put them. They just have this extremely smart look about them that is just so classy, so cute. They look nice with like a blouse or something like that, but I feel like you could also do kind of like a little bit of a sassier version with a tank top, or who knows, the possibilities are endless. The fabric is really nice on these too. 63% polyester, 32% rayon, and 3% elastane. And these are also machine washable, which is so nice. Really nice. The fabric just feels so lovely. It's really gorgeous. I'm very excited about these pants. Mostly because, if I'm being totally honest, I don't really have pants. I have quite a few skirts and dresses. The only pants that I really have that I really wear are yoga pants, but those aren't real pants. Those are just like casual pants. And I have one pair of jeans, but they're like capris, and I only really wear them for like a dressing up kind of thing. So I'm really excited about these pants. I don't normally wear pants. Trousers. And I'm I'm excited to try to incorporate them into my style. It's going to be a very interesting challenge, but I'm looking forward to it actually. Okay, on to the next item. Okay, so this one, I've put a hanger on it. It's very slippery. And if I don't have a hanger on it, it just might not show up very well at all. So excuse the hanger, but I think it does help. So this is the coolest blouse ever. I am so excited about this blouse. This is a unique vintage house brand item. And there are so many features to this blouse that I love. First of all, the most obvious one is the print. It's got all of these beauty tools, the glasses, false eyelashes, eyeliner, hairbrush, pencil, lipstick, compact, so many things. It's got a really nice smart collar on it, which I love. The buttons are covered in the fabric, which is a sign of a really nice blouse. The buttons are covered. And it's got this smart little detail here. And then I love this. The shoulders have this little tie. And I love that. I think that's such a cute little touch. They have a little bit of like a cap sleeve on them. And it's just so nice and flowy. It's a little bit sheer, so you have the option to wear something underneath. And it's just so cute. I mean, it almost speaks for itself. I really like this one. And I think it would be really cute to wear with the trousers as well. Because you have these little like masculine, feminine elements. I think that's really fun. So I'm a big fan of this blouse. Also machine washable. Very nice. It makes pretty soft sounds. I love this one. So cute, right? Okay, I'll go grab the next one. Okay, so this next one I also have on a hanger. I just think it's a little easier for the shirts to display them. So this is a beautiful blouse. It's kind of like this mint, but also sea foamy, but also it's not quite a mint green, but somewhere in between mint and leaf green, I guess, with like a little bit of a gray to it as well. Anyway, it's green. We can agree on that. And this is by Band Clothing, which they do vintage inspired clothing. The best feature of this, in my opinion, is the collar. To me, the collar is so beautiful. You almost get this kind of like framing around your neck, which is so lovely. I also really love the way the sleeves are done on this. They don't really, it's almost like a vest the way it's cut. And then it's got this folded over part, which is really nice. It has like a nice clean finished look. And it's so beautiful. The buttons are covered. It's very soft, and I think this is so nice for summer, especially if you work in a professional setting. It's cute and fun and translates well to any event you're doing before work. It's really nice. And it has a really nice waist on it too, so you could do a high-waisted pants or skirt. Yeah, I mean, it has to be said, I am just a big fan of this color. I tend to gravitate in terms of clothing towards blues, but mostly mints and seafoam and turquoise because I find that it goes the best with my hair. maybe it's kind of cheesy to match your clothing to your hair, but some people match their eyes or other things. Why not match your hair? That's what I think. So we have one more blouse, which I'm just going to grab. And I'm so excited about this one too. So of all the pieces I have shown you so far, I think that this one is probably the least vintage inspired piece. This one could easily slip into any modern store, but that said, it's an extremely versatile piece, and that's why I picked it out. When I saw this one, I thought, it's gonna go with so many things that I have. So, this one is a blue blouse. It's simple, but that's what I like about it. See, I don't have too many simple pieces, and I think that's part of my problem. I get really caught up in an amazing mermaid skirt with a print on it, and everything I own ends up being a printed thing, and then none of them really go together. I think that you need a balance of super simple but still nice and fit you well items, and then the super wow pieces. Otherwise, they all try to outshine each other, and it's like competing, That's my theory currently. So I've been trying to keep an eye out for things that I wouldn't normally have the inspiration to wear. Things that I wouldn't normally see in a shop and go, look at that very plain item, I want that. Because that's just not me. I don't get excited about things that are one color. But when I'm putting an outfit together, all I can think to myself is, if only I had a plain blue blouse, this outfit would be perfect. So that's my thoughts behind this. And just because it's plain doesn't mean it has to be boring. This blouse is a really nice collar, and the fit is really lovely. I also loved the short sleeves, and it's got this really charming little detail here, which I thought was so cute. And it's got this nice little waist. I think that good fitted blouses that you like and feel comfortable in are such a wardrobe staple, if that's your thing. So that was my thought behind this one. It's simple, but hardworking, I think. And I already have outfits planned with this one. So I'm excited about it. I'm also really into wearing cute little neckties and stuff right now. And I feel that they look best with a plain blouse like this. So you may see many outfits from me in this one because it's so versatile. Now this piece, it's really the star of the show, and I so wholly know that, so I think that's why I consciously saved it for last. I was much too excited to show it to you because I know that you're gonna love it. So this is a dress. It is by Unique Vintage. It's a house brand item. It is beautiful. It has this gorgeous color and a contrasting color, the turquoise. The bodice features these little buttons, and there's elastic hooks on the buttons. So this is how you get into the dress, by unhooking all of these and then climbing into it. The dress is pretty long. It's about cocktail length. It has this detail on the sleeve I just love. It has this ruching here. It's kind of hard to tell really, but you can see how it's gathered right at the sleeve here. And it's 3/4 length sleeve, which just my favorite. The waist is quite fitted as well. It has this invisible zipper at the side. It's not lined, and the reason for that, just going to do the zipper right back up. The reason for that is that it is a very stretchy dress. It's got a fitted waist, but it's very stretchy. Now the reason I wanted this is because I have a dress by Unique Vintage in not the same fabric, but the same type of fabric, the same amount of stretch, and it is one of the most comfortable things that I own. Every time I wear it, people compliment it and say what a beautiful dress, and all I have to say in response is, this is the most comfortable thing that I own. It's got a really stretchy waist, which I love, despite the fact that it's fitted. So this is so roomy, and I love that. And the collar is just so stunning. You see the back here? It kind of has that total Stepford wife thing, and I'm a fan of that look, so I'm really into it. I just love it. It's so soft and nice. It comes with another button. Quite a few of the pieces that I've shown you have actually also come with replacement buttons, which I love. I don't know about you, but personally, I have a little tin in one of my drawers that seems to house every replacement button I've ever received. There's probably buttons in there from clothes I no longer even own, but that will always be the tin that keeps all the buttons. It's a safe place, and I mean, at least I know where it is. So I'm just in love with this dress, and really, so far with Unique Vintage, everything that I've got from them, I've really liked and enjoyed, and most importantly, it's washed up nice. It's good quality, and I haven't had to mend anything. So, I hope that you liked everything in this video. Now I'm going to show them to you one by one. Try it on. So to start off, we have the baby blue collared, short sleeve, button-up blouse. And I paired that with the band 1940s charcoal gray high-waist party-on stretch pant. I'm really happy with the fit of these pants. I love the closure with the zipper and how the button hides it. I love that feature. I wasn't too sure what I was going to think exactly of these pants, but they just look so nice on, and the blouse is a classic. It's simple, but it really does the trick. I'm excited to pair this with lots of other things. Next up, we have the Unique Vintage Ivory Beauty Print Chiffon Button-Up Colvin blouse. And I once again paired that with the band charcoal gray high-waist party-on stretch pants. The blouse is super light, and I'm obsessed with this print. I can't get enough of it. It has really nice features too, especially on the sleeves. I love how the little ties dangle. It's actually super comfortable, so I'm really happy with how it pairs with things. I think it's going to be cute with skirts too. Now we have the band vintage style antique green button-up cap sleeve blouse. And as you can see, the fit on this is so sweet. I love it. And of course the band 1950s aqua cotton mermaid Sophia high-waist circle skirt. Now I will say the skirt is showing up much more blue than it is in real life. In real life it's definitely more of a turquoise, but you know, it's hard to capture these things. I love the fit on both of these. They really accentuate the waist, which I love, and the pockets It's all about the pockets, and it always will be. And lastly, we have the 1950s white teal floral sleeved Eva Marie swing dress. As I expected to be, I'm absolutely over the moon with this dress. The fit is super nice because the fabric is so stretchy. The ruching at the sleeves is super flattering. And I love all the little details like the collar, the buttons up the center of the bust. And I love the colors in the floral. They're just waiting for a tea party to be had. You can practically taste the cucumber sandwiches. So I really love this one. And on top of being cute, it's oh so comfortable. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope that you enjoyed seeing all the pieces that I've recently added to my wardrobe. If you're interested, all of the links to each individual piece will be in the description, so please check that out. Thank you all so much for watching again. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon.